Hey guys, welcome back and happy Wednesday. All right, it's the day before Thanksgiving, so I have a lot to be thankful for. And all of you, well, that's one of my biggest things that I'm thankful for. I appreciate the hell out of all of you, and thank you so much for sticking with us and being a part of this amazing community. It means the world. I love you guys so much. Also, if you're doing something fun that's YouTube or Up and Atom related, tag me in it, put it in your stories, social media, whatever. Just make sure you tag me or send me any of the content and I will repost on YouTube and all my social media accounts. I can't wait to hear from you guys. I'm so excited. Well, with that, we're back to talk about the fact that Scheana Marie from the Vanderpump Rules franchise, well, she's addressing Lisa's hurtful comments to Katie Maloney, and she's also reacting to Lala and Randall's split. Well, her and Brock both are. Plus, where they stand today with Lala Kent, which is interesting, and I can't wait to dive into that. But guys, if you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed, and don't forget to hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. With that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Atom.
All right, guys, so it looks like Scheana didn't love hearing the comments from Lisa Vanderpump towards Katie Maloney in regard to her ongoing fertility struggles with Tom Schwartz on Vanderpump Rules. I was interested in hearing what, when, where, why, because when you think about it, listen, I know that Katie opened up about her fertility journey on Vanderpump Rules. However, you know, when you're talking about this on camera, in front of producers, in front of, you know, everyone who knows, okay, now this is your storyline. Lisa's an executive producer. What are you expecting her to do? Of course, she's going to chime in on your fertility journey. That only makes sense because you introduced this whole concept and even talking, she even opened up about her abortion, which was brave of her, but you're the one who opened up about this stuff on camera. Of course, Lisa is going to chime in on this. It only makes sense. She's an EP and she's kind of supposed to be there as a guide to help you all with your problems. Whether it's something with fertility, cheating, work related, like I feel like that's what the show is. Anyways, following a recent episode of Vanderpump Rules, Scheana opened up about the hurtful conversation before addressing the split between Lala Kent and Randall Emmett. She also shared where her and Lala stand today with one another, months after they butted heads over Brock's past, which Lala did chime in on something that I feel like she had no business chiming in on because it was convenient for her to use this as a storyline, even though it's important to talk about the topic of domestic violence. I just don't feel like Lala was coming from a very sincere place when she was the one who brought it up. Scheana said, I think when it comes to women's fertility, I don't know if rude is the right word, but I think some people don't understand how hurtful that can be to someone. Now, Scheana said during an interview with Us Weekly, they just ask and they're not even thinking, but I think we need to make it known that it's more inappropriate when someone has been trying. You don't know what someone's struggles are, and she's going to leave it at that. Again, though, Katie Maloney was the one who introduced this whole conversation as a storyline. I don't think anybody else should be under fire, and I don't think Katie should be under fire either. But you did bring it up. You did open up the topic. That's like me saying, you know, what? Actually, for example, I have a good example that has nothing to do with Katie Maloney. When I was living in New York, I was working at a place on the Upper West Side that had some of the best, most fatty food. And every night I would come home and I would eat a buffalo chicken blue cheese mac and cheese. That was my meal for when I would leave the restaurant, and I would go home and I would eat it probably at like 1 o'clock in the morning. Well, after a month of doing this, my clothes started not fitting, and I looked at my roommate and I said, hey, do you think am I getting a little bit thickums? Am I getting thick? And she was like, Adam, you eat buffalo chicken blue cheese mac and cheese every night. After that, I dieted and lost about 25 pounds because I couldn't believe she gave me that answer. However, I'm the one who brought it up and she gave me an honest answer. So my point is, if you bring this up on camera, you're going to have other people who chime in and feel like it's appropriate to give their 2 cents on your situation. Just is how it is. Now on the show, we know that Lisa asked Katie, who suggested that Tom got his sperm tested in an earlier episode of season 9, if she was trying to get pregnant. And after the clip, Katie admitted that the conversation was invalidating and invasive. Well, in addition to Tom and Katie's baby plans or the lack thereof, fans have also been quite interested in Lala and Randall's recent split. Now, we've talked about this a couple times on my channel, and we know that Randall Emmett was photographed with these two rando girls at the Thompson Hotel and in Nashville crossing the street. If you listen to Dana Wilkie's side of the story, she said she called him and he opened up and was like, listen, I'm not used to the Vanderpump Rules fandom. I didn't know that they were going to catch me on camera, but nothing happened. Lala's just pissed, but there's really no reason to be because I did not cheat. However, at the end of the day, you are getting caught crossing the street with these two random girls. Of course, what do you think she's going to think in her head? Right? I mean, it makes sense. Okay. Well, Scheana said, when you go through a separation, it's not easy, especially when a kid's involved. I can't even imagine, but she's a very strong woman and she's going to be just fine. That's very nice of Scheana, considering everything that Lala just put her, Brock, and the relationship through. And then when asked if she feels, like hopeful, or that if she's hoping for a reconciliation between Lala and Randall, Scheana was very straightforward and she just said no. She said, I want her to do what's best for her. I think that they need some time apart. I'm hopeful that they can come to an easy agreement for Ocean's sake. I hope that it can work itself out. The relationship, that's another subject, but I hope they can figure it out, at least for Ocean, which I agree with, and I think that's very mature of Scheana. Meanwhile, Brock weighed in on the split, which allegedly prompted by supposed photos of Randall with other women, saying, I think the truth needs to come out. Brock Davies, do you know something? If you know something, you can trust us. You can trust us. Share it with us. We're your friends. We want to know. Scheana said about Lala that they were just hanging out the other night and she's forgiven her many times and she's forgiven Scheana. She said that they're hoping that this can be the last time. And Scheana also added that I think there's a couple more issues between us this season that you'll see. Then confirming that he and Lala are not in such a peaceful place, Brock said, I'm definitely not finished with her yet. All right, guys, I want to know what your thoughts are on Vanderpump Rules Season 9. And when Brock says, I think that the truth needs to come out, what are you talking about, Brock? What truth? Does Lala obviously know something that we don't? Was Randall actually cheating? I would love to pick Brock's brain. So anytime you want to come on up and at him, you are more than welcome, my friend. All right. With that, guys, go ahead and comment below. Let me know what you think about Scheana's interview with Us Weekly and give me all of your unfiltered opinions. If you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. And don't forget to hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. Also, don't forget to post all of your weekly festivities, add them on social media and tag me and I will repost them. I promise, as many as I see, I will repost on social media and on YouTube. I love you guys. Happy holidays, and I'm sending you the best. I'll see you so very soon. Bye, guys.